Hey guys, it's Julie. I have a short one for you today addressing a question I get a lot. Sometimes people will write to me and they will ask questions about, how can I become like a serious writer? Do I have to write every day? I keep hearing people say, I'm being told I have to write every day. That's how you be a real writer. That's how you pursue a professional writing dream, is writing every day. And I am here to tell you that that is not true. That is not something that you have to do. What you have to do is find what works for you. For some people, they end up having to push themselves into writing regularly, sometimes 5 minutes every day, 15 minutes every day, a certain number of words every day. For some people that works. But you don't have to feel like if that doesn't work for you or that distracts you or makes it into a chore for you, no, you don't have to write every day just to adhere to some kind of blanket advice that you've heard from a professional. It could be that that works for that person. What you really need to do if you want to be a professional serious writer is find a pattern that does work for you. It doesn't have to be regular, it doesn't have to be a certain amount of output all the time. Of course it is good if you can devote yourself to a specific amount of time or a specific number of words in a certain amount of time because if you do want to be a professional, it is considered to be your job, and you have to be able to be dependable about churning it out, sure. But it is also an art, and you can't get to this point where you paint yourself into a corner and decide, like, this is how you do it because this is what people I respect have told me. Just always remember that that's what works for them, and you have to find what works for you. So for me personally, I don't write every day. I probably write something every day, but not fiction, not necessarily something I'm trying to publish. I might write a journal entry or an email to a friend or something, but ordinarily I'm not working on what I would consider to be my craft every day. I have a lot of other hobbies and I have a lot of other distractions and certain necessary evils that my life involves. And if I were to try to squeeze writing into every single day, I think it really would become not any fun for me. So also I'm a very fast writer when I am writing, so when I dive into a project it's like more of a binge, and then I have to come out of it and rest for a while. So that's what I've found to be the workable pattern for me, and obviously it's worked for me. So what I really think is important, if you want to know what I would recommend for everybody who wants to be like a serious writer, is first of all, of course, you have to read. I beg you guys that are saying you don't have time to read or you don't really like reading, please learn that reading does need to be part of your life, because you will, first of all, the authors that inspired us in the first place to be storytellers are going to continue to inspire you and remind you of why you're here, and you're going to cut yourself off from that if you don't continue reading. So I would say that every writer does need to read, and keep up with the movers and the shakers in your genre, and just be involved in your reading life. And other than that, of course, finding what works for you, like I said, for whatever pattern works for your writing. And I would also recommend writing about writing. If you possibly can, start a Goodreads account or a personal book review blog or something like that, and react to what you read. And that could be maybe working with a critique partner too, just learning how to absorb what you read, and then reflecting on why you liked it or why you don't. That does teach you a lot about how to be a good writer. So those are kind of my 3 things that I would say every writer should try to incorporate into their life. Reading, writing, and writing about writing. So, again, that's not I'm not sitting here saying that like you have to do these things, all 3 of these things have to be part of your life, but those are things that I've noticed really help people who want to become serious about writing. So other than that, like if you have a question about any writing advice that you've heard and you'd like to know what my opinion is on that, you can leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.